Welcome to Van Life with Steve, and thank you so very much for joining me for a visit to the absolutely incredible Rocky Mountain National Park in northwestern Colorado. Let's get right into it. Rocky Mountain National Park was established by Woodrow Wilson in 1915. It sees over 4 million annual visitors, so it's a pretty busy park, and as a result, there is a dual reservation system running from late May to late October. There is a reservation required for the general park area in addition to your park pass from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, and in addition to that, if you want to go to the heart of the park in the Bear Lake area, there's an additional reservation required from that runs from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. You do need to make sure you're acclimated to high altitude. I did experience altitude sickness, so if you have any health concerns, check with a doctor. Afternoon thunderstorms are extremely common for the Rocky Mountains, so please be aware you need to be flexible with your afternoon plans. There's absolutely zero cell service within the park, so make sure you download all your maps and have your itinerary also downloaded. I'm going to recommend a 2-day itinerary. Probably the first day, because it's a little bit lower altitude, you want to try to do Bear Lake in the morning time, and then the second day in the morning, that's when you want to drive Trail Ridge Road and take in all the overlooks and visit the Alpine Visitor Center. And of course, there are many more things to do within the park, but if you just want to get the main areas, that's what you need to do. My overall recommendation for the park is this is absolutely a destination park. It's a bucket list park. The views here are incredible. Trail Ridge Road is one of the most incredible drives I've ever experienced in my entire life, and I recommend this park without any reservation, not just for national park enthusiasts, but just to the general public. If you can, at some point in your life, try to visit this park. Okay, so heading into the park, let's first go up Old Fall River Road, and we're going to go check out a couple waterfalls. This road eventually turns into a one-way dirt road that goes directly to the Alpine Visitor Center, and I was concerned about the van's ability to make it up the road, so I actually walked, I think it's a couple miles to this river and waterfall. Here we have the Fall River, and this is not the waterfall just yet. This is a really nice area. And here we have Chasm Falls. This waterfall is pretty nice, but not quite sure it was worth it for all the time I spent to walk up here, and then, I obviously got to walk back. So, but hey, I took in some great sights. Here we have the Alluvial Fan, and this is like a water cascade over some boulders, and I believe this was created as a result of a flood in 1982. It's a nice easy walk up this trail to get a view of this waterfall. All right, now I'm back in the van, and let's head up the amazing Trail Ridge Road. You're going to see some amazing views here. As we make it up Trail Ridge Road, if you're enjoying this content, I'd appreciate it so much if you'd please give me a like. If you want to see more of this content, please consider subscribing and turn on the bell for notifications. Also, if you've been to a few parks and been to Rocky Mountain National Park, I'd love to know what your thoughts about this park are. Is it as good as I say it is? And do you have it ranked as your top park or maybe your top 5 parks? Please leave me a comment down below. Thanks so much. These squirrels here were very aggressive. So now we've made our way to the Forest Canyon Overlook. This is a nice, easy trail to this overlook. So now we're at the Tundra Communities Trailhead, and we're well above the tree line, and I believe you're at 10 or 11,000 feet in elevation here. And the air is quite a bit thinner. I think it's only about 70% of sea level, and I'll let you hear my breathing here. So these mountain views were just amazing, spectacular, any kind of superlative you can think of. They deserve it. You can see the clouds building up there, and there was some lightning strikes, and things got real hairy real fast. So I hopped back in the van and started driving back down the road. These snow stakes here give you an idea for how high the snow builds up during winter time, and that's to help, I guess, snowmobiles or whatever, to help you, stay on the road so you don't sink into the snow or something. What do you guys think about this part of Trail Ridge Road right here? It's a little scary, right? Yeah, the cracks in the road. Yeah, like I said, I'm afraid of heights, but I found the van was able to handle the road pretty well. In general, the ProMaster feels like a little bit underpowered when you're going up steep inclines, but I thought the van handled the road just fine. And again, I'm afraid of heights, and I didn't think this drive was particularly difficult at all. Now, fortunately, on the way down, the weather did give us a little bit of a reprieve, so we could make one last stop here. And what we're looking at here is Mount Julian and Mount Ida. Julian's on the left, Ida's on the right, and that lake you see there is Arrowhead Lake, but there are actually 6 other lakes. You just can't, it's kind of hard to see because of the clouds and the perspective. But yeah, this was kind of like, this is an amazing thing. I'd never seen anything like this before, where you have a lake that's on the side of a mountain. Now you can go hike, I believe, both of these mountains and get closer, but maybe that will be for another visit once I build up a better tolerance to the altitude. But yeah, that's an absolutely incredible sight, and you can see the clouds moving back in, and there was more lightning and stuff, and so now it's time to continue easing back on down the road here. So now we made it down the mountain. I, of course, was aware this was getting to be after 6 p.m., so I did drive down into the Bear Lake area. However, the rain picked back up, and I sat in the van for, probably up to about 30 minutes or so, and it's just obvious that it was not going to stop. So I headed on out without getting that good of a look at the Bear Lake area. It's something that I will definitely check out on another visit when I come back, and after I get better acclimated to the altitude. I definitely want to do a bunch of hikes here and everything. But again, as I mentioned, Rocky Mountain, I can say definitively, even without seeing Bear Lake, this is an absolutely incredible park, and you should definitely check it out. I want to thank you so much for watching this episode. It's been a pleasure to share this with you. Please check out some of my other videos, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks. Take care. Bye.